Hello everybody and welcome to Hensuki episode 4 anime review. I actually guessed, Nanjo's kink ahead of time. I mean, it was during this episode that was made pretty obvious about halfway through, but I consider that a success. Guessing one out of 3 so far is not bad. I assume we're going to get more because, we got the sister. We haven't done anything really with her yet, but my money's still on that teacher. That's what my smart money is on. I think it's going to be the teacher. I think that's a fair bet. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode itself, go through it bit by bit. Let's do this. So the episode begins. We have, it starts with a flashback actually. Nanjo was like, what's the word? Shivering? What's the word? Squirming, that's a good word. Squirming in class one time, and he was like, okay, I got it. Turns out that was for the library position that he has. She was asked and she was like, oh, I don't really want to do it, but what am I going to do? And he was like, I'll do it instead. So, yeah, we get that little flashback, and I guess that's where we get the thought of like, oh, that's where she started liking him. Well, I mean, we'll get there, but we're not there yet, so I can't get my thoughts yet. Then we go back after the last week. Remember, she was like, I don't like you hanging out with other girls. Again, we get there. So now it's all awkward. Kohai and Senpai both individually say, "Hey, patch things up. Come on, let's sort this out." Goes to see if Nanjo's all right. He's like, "Hey, if you got any problems, I'll listen to you. Whatever you say. We used to hang out loads." And then they're like, "Yeah, we're friends again." Then they go hang out. The blonde friend is there as well. They go to the arcade. That's pretty rad and fun. Check my notes. Then at some point our main character slips over. The friend helps him, grabs him, and I was like, okay. Then she starts taking photos of them, and there's a fun montage. So at this point, as soon as the friend grabbed him, I was like, oh, she's into yaoi. That's fine, waifu wise, like the sadist and masochist thing, I don't think I could deal with that. I wouldn't really know what to do. People being into yaoi and boys love and all that, I can handle that. As long as I don't maybe do anything weird. Well, I mean, it defeats the point because she does try and make him, do something he's not comfortable with. So, yeah, point doesn't really stand. But hey, I'm not him. After that, he decides to walk her home, and she's like, hey, I'm not satisfied with this. How about next time, instead of going as a trio, we go as a couple? I'm like, oh! I mean, I wasn't, because I was still like, there's something. What's the word? What's the catch? Because I can't trust you. I cannot trust you. But then it starts raining. And they go undercover. He tells her that the other two, she's like, those other two, they like you, and he's like, it's a bit different. It's a bit different from that. Then he goes to get her something, and she's looking at photos of the friend. I don't remember his name, the blonde friend, on her phone, and he's like, aha, so you like him? And she's like, no, and then she runs away. A lot of running away. Don't run away from your problems, like, both metaphorically and literally. Like, if you have a problem, deal with it. Don't literally U-turn and run away. I feel like that happens a lot. There's a lot of running away, literally. Like, I'm using literally correctly here. I know it sounds like I'm just saying it a lot. Now I've said the word too many times, so that was awkward. But yeah, she runs away, and he's left there like, oh man, did I do something wrong? Again? Short little like interlude bit between the last segment and this one. He's spaced out basically after everything. He's not performing well in class. I don't remember that. Whatever. He spaced out everything. The senpai and the kohai check on him and they're like, oh, so you didn't sort it out, huh? And he doesn't. Then he goes home. His sister found his porn, I guess. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Then she gives him a lap pillow, gives some advice. She's like, hey, sort it out, man. Again, this segment I haven't got too much written for because, it was just common sense. Try and be natural, and go sort it out. And that's what he did in a way. Yeah, he did do that. So the next day, he goes to talk to Miss Nanjo, and she tells him, she's like, I've been thinking about you every night, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I can't believe you. That's the thing I actually do like about this show, is it's not just the straight up high school harem romance shenanigans we've seen a million times before. It's like, there's the twist of, hey, they're all into different things. And I'm like, I mean, it's probably not the most unique twist, but I like it well enough. I don't know what the overall consensus on this show is, but I think it's just a solid, it's fine. It's fine. I've seen better. I've seen worse. You know, whatever. But anyway, yeah, then he says, I'll do anything if you forgive me. Never ever say, I'll do anything. I'm not going to sing the song. There was a song, you know, everyone knows that song. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna sing it. And then she's like, okay, you need to get into a relationship. And he's like, okay, I can do that. I like you, you like me, that's fine. But then she's like, no, with the friend, the blonde friend. He's like, so you want to be... And I'm like, no, you. So she's a fujoshi is where we're at, you know? A fujoshi. Someone who's into yaoi and boys love, basically, from what I read on the internet. Her glasses that she puts on out of nowhere, they trigger fujoshi mode, I think she called it, which is interesting. She writes yaoi manga based on the two boys that I mentioned. And Jesus, you know, even though I kind of saw it coming, I was still like, such the drastic personality switch from the kind of quiet, you know, how she is normally to thumbs up. She does a lot of thumbs up. I remember that. She wrote yaoi manga, as I said. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that, and because I like girls. You know, I'm like, okay, that's a fair enough reason, I think. She's like, I will thwart every romance attempt you have. And I'm like, oh, so she's gonna like slap people, not slap people, but just, you know, push people out of the way and stuff. She's gonna ruin him, basically. Then, after all that, he's like, okay, run away. I think he does literally run away again. Goes to his locker and finds another letter in there. And it's like, oh, is it a love letter? No, it's another dodgy photo of him and Senpai. So I can only assume that Senpai did it to get more attention. So it looks like he's like grabbing her boobs, from what I remember of the image. But yeah, that was this week's episode. The whole fujoshi thing, like, that wasn't that much of a surprise. I'm curious to see what the others are, because I looked at the artwork again. There was like a couple more, and in the opening there's like a couple more girls, and I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen here? Something's gonna happen. Like, I guess at the moment, Nanjo's best girl, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's too much of a... It's very hard because they have things that people will perceive as negatives. So it's hard to pick one. I'm not gonna get into that right now. I mean, that's a whole separate... I can make a separate thing about having waifu discussions. That's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the episode. I enjoyed it, even if the twist this time I saw coming. Next time, hopefully, I mean, from the preview, it seems like there might be a fifth Cinderella, and I'm like, oh, who's it gonna be? Also, side note, I really like the opening, like the song. I just think it's really good, and I don't know why. Like, surprisingly really good. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and stuff. There's loads of reviews on the channel, and I'll be here doing this show every week at roughly the same time. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.